When we celebrated Australia Day, it was without any real reflection. And now with all of the connectivity that's come into the world, people are also much more autodidactic, which means that they can self-educate, teach themselves. There's so much information available. You can become much more well-briefed in no time at all on many, many different topics now. And this creates perspective, reflexivity, and, the things that you thought you maybe have been proud of in the past are not necessarily sources of pride anymore because you're seeing them from a different perspective. So it's also a question of people in Australia and all over the world, like you point out, simply becoming more aware of themselves, where they live, their personal history, and also wanting to identify with something that's beyond that, that's not so parochial. I talk to my nephews and nieces, and sometimes I get the impression that the things that I grew up with, the rituals and the symbols that I grew up with, to them just seem banal and pointless and ridiculous. They've travelled all over the world, already by the age of 22. They've travelled all over the world. They've had all of these incredible cultural experiences. They've adopted all of this cultural capital. And the idea of Australia Day and, the prawns and the lamb on the barbie and the cold cans of Forex just seem completely banal.
I think you've nailed it there, Nick. In a world, where people by their mid-20s a lot of people by their mid-20s in Australia have travelled, even travelled online if they haven't travelled physically, then something like a national day about, these borders becomes exactly what you said, something that is rather banal culturally.